guys, so today I am 19 weeks pregnant. It is Tuesday the 3rd, February 3rd, and just really excited. I'm almost halfway there and I just can't believe that I'm literally almost halfway there. I had an appointment last week that I told you all about my baby being really active and that they couldn't find the heartbeat because she was so active, and they said they could hear her moving around in there. Rocky, no. They said that they can hear her moving around there and kicking, but they couldn't get the heartbeat. So they still never really got the heartbeat. She was way too active, so I'm gonna have to wait to hear or see anything in 2 weeks when we find out the gender, and we are finding out. A lot of people have asked me, so are you gonna be trying to keep it secret and not know about it till the very end and just find out after you have the baby, or are you gonna find out now? No, I'm gonna find out now. I need to know now. I wanted to know months ago, but the other thing is, are we gonna tell anybody? So we're not going to tell anybody like right when it happens. We find out on the, I think it's the 18th of February. Let's see. Yeah, we find out on the 18th of February, and we're not going to tell family or friends. We're going to have a gender party, reveal party, where we're going to have everybody down here in our house like we did for our housewarming a year ago, or 8 months ago, and do it that way. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. Whew. I'm in between two different ways of doing it. I'm either going to have a black balloon. The Daily Bumps did something like this on theirs and I really liked it. They have a black balloon and they fill it with whatever color confetti your baby is. So if it's girl, pink; if it's boy, blue. And so you give everybody the balloon, they hold it with a needle, and you tell them to pop it at the exact time. The air's full with whatever color confetti you're going to do. Now, I really want to do that, but I'm going to be the one stuck cleaning that up, and I don't know if I want to do that. It's going to be quite annoying because after everybody does that, that's like towards the middle of the party, and there's still a lot more hanging out to do, so a lot of people are going to be walking around and dragging it everywhere. So I've always heard of doing the cake where you cut it. A lot of people here, they're doing the balloons where you put it in a box and like you open it and all the balloons come out of whatever color your baby's going to be, whatever gender your baby's going to be, and that's really cool too. So, you know, we're going back and forth on what we want to do, or I want to explore more options. Those are the only 3 that I've seen on video on YouTube, so I haven't really dug deeper because I know Pinterest is like the place to find out what you're going to do. So this week, at 19 weeks, my baby is the size of a mango, which is 6 inches long mango. I'm just really, that is half a foot, guys. That is literally like my phone right here. That's how big my baby is, which is awesome. And so a few things, I just want to read what's going on with him or her. It says, developing a protective coating over her skin called Vernix Cosona. It's a greasy and white, and you may see some of it at her birth. Working on her 5 senses, nerve cells for her sense of taste, hearing, sight, and smell for developing in her brain. And there's just a bunch of stuff in here about your anatomy scan and whatnot. Now, as far as symptoms go, I have been having some really intense pains in my really low down in my abdomen area, and they're almost like, the best way I can describe it is like after you've been running for a long time and you get a really intense cramp because you're breathing so hard in like your ribs or in your chest area. That's how it feels, but multiply that by 10 and it's in your like groin area. So that's been kind of intense. It's usually whenever I first get up in the morning and have to go to the bathroom, because your bladder sits, like before my doctor told me your bladder sits right on top of your uterus in the first trimester, but in the second trimester your uterus has moved in front and pushed out, so your bladder's not, it's not like filling up with fluid and then dropping it after you release the urine. It's out here, it's not making that big of a deal. But now it's starting to like overlap and put pressure on there. So there's that. If I make any sudden movements or if I turn weird, and turning weird meaning like if I turn my pelvis without my shoulders or I turn my shoulders without my pelvis, then I get a horrible pain down there as well. So I have to turn as a whole unit if I'm in bed. Another thing, I haven't been getting any sleep because of my itching, because of my rash that I mentioned last week, and I actually just got back from the dermatologist, And I have pregnancy eczema, or eczema brought on by pregnancy. So that's fun. He gave me a bunch of creams to go get that I need to slather on my body multiple times a day to help clear it up. But, so that was that. I just got back from there. And the only other symptom that I've been having is really bad, intense indigestion, or acid reflux. I have never experienced heartburn before, except for the past 2 to 3 weeks I've been experiencing heartburn. But acid reflux, I've struggled with that in the past, but oh my gosh, it's to a whole nother level where I'm coughing a lot because it hurts. And also it's to the level where I feel like a hole is being burned through my throat. I can't drink orange juice because it still stings, like as if you have a sore throat from having a cold or something. So that's been annoying, and it's mostly at night. I've had one day where it happened throughout the day, and I can't really pinpoint what it is because I'm not drinking too acidic of food. I'm drinking more water now than usual, and so I don't know about that. But that's one thing I have been doing really well with, increasing my water intake. I've been doing really well about increasing my fruit and veggie intake as well. I told you guys I was strictly on like pasta, like that was my thing, and now I'm incorporating broccoli. And the main fruit I'm actually getting in is the naked juices. I'll show you a picture now. They are amazing. Like, I've always been a fan of Mighty Mango, but I just discovered Blue Machine, which is my top favorite, and I'm trying some more out. This week I bought Red Machine to see if I like it or not. I'm just trying to branch out and try more of those because they're so delicious, and it's really great because I don't think to eat at certain times. I think to eat when I'm hungry, and by the time my brain tells my stomach tells my brain that I'm hungry, I'm like starting to get kind of jittery and lightheaded, on the point where I will throw up if I don't eat within the next 30 minutes. So I grab a naked juice and I'm drinking that while I'm cooking whatever I'm gonna cook for lunch. And for breakfast in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I've been starving. Like, I'll wake up at 3 in the morning starving, but I'm usually too tired and out of it to like understand what's going on, and I don't get up and feed myself. So I'm probably gonna need to start putting in some snacks by the bed. But what I do, I drink the Carnation Breakfast Essentials, and I do the milk chocolate shake one, and it's pretty much like a protein shake essentially, and I will mix that with milk, and so I'll drink that before I fix breakfast. So I'll go fix that, let the dog go out to the bathroom, get whatever clothes I want to wear for the day, get work stuff ready to start working, and then I will drink that, and then probably do like an hour's worth of work, and then I'll go and make me breakfast or something, because I'm not one to eat breakfast as soon as I wake up. I like to eat it around 9, sometimes even 10 o'clock. I don't like to eat it at 8 or 7:30 in the morning. I feel like I'm not ready for that dense of stuff, so that really helps me. What else? So that's really all there. I do want to mention in all these videos, because a lot of people aren't following me like the other weeks, there's like their first time watching this video. So I am 19 weeks today. I'll be first due date was July 4th. Now I'm June 30th, and I might even be sooner than that. We'll find out at the anatomy scan how big the baby is, and all that stuff, which is in 2 weeks. And yeah, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. We'll be finding that out very soon. And I also want to just say thank you so much to everybody who commented on my last video. I had mentioned like I didn't understand why people kept telling me, oh, so you're going to try to breastfeed, and not really being too supportive about it. And I didn't understand, but I really want to thank you guys so much, because y'all explained it to me and helped me understand why that is. Me not knowing really anybody that's pregnant, I had one person that was in Garrett's family that got pregnant a few years back, but I never saw her once in her pregnancy. She lived 3.5 or 4 hours away from me, and I just never saw her. And I've never touched a pregnant belly. I've never talked to anybody about breastfeeding. Honestly, I worked in a nursery for 4 years, 2 different ones, and only had one person come in that had breast milk in a bottle that we put in the fridge to give to the baby. And so everybody else was formula. So I just assumed you just do formula. And then I found this huge community on YouTube about breastfeeding and how much cheaper it is and how much more beneficial it can be. But my reason I want to do it is because it's so much cheaper than buying formula. And I really appreciate it because it helped me better understand that it's not always possible to do something in your life. And I'm sharing that with other things that I do, that I am like, I'm doing this, nothing's gonna get in my way, and then things don't work out according to plan hardly ever. So in that aspect, I do understand it. I need to work on that, because I would definitely be someone who would be completely destroyed and distraught if I couldn't do something that I promised myself, or in my head promised my baby I would be able to do for him or her, but I wasn't able to do it. And I can just imagine me being very, very emotional about it. So I just want to thank you guys for helping me get in the mindset of I'm going to do my best, and my best is enough. So I just want to put that out there to you guys too. From the advice of mothers that are out there that have given advice to me, I am a first-time mom, and just not putting too much pressure on yourself is really amazing advice. I love that advice, and I really appreciate that advice. And yeah, so pretty much the only other things that are going on around nursery is getting a lot better. I completely cleaned out both of these closets too. You can see one here and there's one on the other side. Completely cleaned them out to get those ready. Trying to get upstairs ready as well. I'm going to move my filming space up there again once the baby's here. And Garrett is painting our bathroom. So that's being completely redone. And it's kind of a mess because our upstairs bathroom was leaking, so we turned the water off to it. So we're using the downstairs bathroom. I have to wear a mask because there's a lot of paint in there to go to the bathroom, but then I have to go upstairs to brush my teeth and wash my face and all that stuff, take showers. So it's kind of a transition. I want to get that toilet fixed so we can just solely be up there until he's finished with the bathroom down here, because we're painting the cabinets and the walls, repainting all the hardware. We're just redoing it to make it ready, because that is the only bathroom down here. So it's going to be the when guests come over, that bathroom is going to be the baby's bathroom. It's going to be our bathroom. So we want it to be perfect before the baby comes. This past weekend we went to Babies R Us, which was really exciting, really overwhelming, because it is huge. There's so much like stuff out there. It's crazy because I've only been to Target, and our Target doesn't have, I mean, it has a pretty big baby section, but it's not anything. It doesn't even hold a candle to the Babies R Us section. So me and Garrett went, and we were actually able to touch some cloth diapers, which was really exciting and fun. They only had like the more expensive brand. It's not the exact one I wanted, and you can't really buy a bunch of diapers there because they had like 3 of each size. So that's not going to cut it for like 7 hours. That's probably all that would cover in a day. So we're definitely going to have to order them online. But it's just really cool because we took them out of the package and we just kind of messed with them and like practiced folding them and just looked at the material and stuff. And I was really pleased with the material and how it felt and how it looked. So that was good. There's another store here that I want to go to this weekend coming up with Garrett that we're going to go check out and see what they have to offer and if they can give us any advice or anything like that. We decided we're not going to buy a crib. Garrett's parents offered Garrett's Garrett's crib to us, so we're going to look into that. Just just make sure it's baby safe, like the baby can't fit its head in between the bars, and make sure that it's in good condition, that it's not going to fall apart if you put something in it. Also, I want to paint it, so I've been looking on Pinterest a lot for nursery inspiration, and also different tutorials on how to properly paint a baby crib, because the baby's going to be gnawing on that crib and you don't want the baby to get toxic chemicals in their mouth. So I'm just wanting to be very careful because I have my heart set on a white crib and his is like a dark brown, and I really want a white crib, but it is beautiful. It's different from what's out there. It's really old school, but it'll definitely do. So with all that being said, me and Garrett are finally in the nesting phase. I wish we knew what we're having, but regardless, I'm going to do a neutral room, because if we have another baby in the future, I don't want to have to buy a new crib. I don't want to have to buy new furniture for the baby. I can buy new furniture for the older kid, like a new bed or new dresser and stuff like that. Yes. So the room's going to be very neutral. I'll probably have some pillows, and little things like that that are more geared toward if it's a girl or if it's a boy. So as far as like YouTube videos that I've been really like over searching this week, has been all like newborn must-haves have been like my top searched video. That, and mixed with a tiny bit of what's in my hospital bag. Now that what's in my hospital bag and cloth diapers is what I oversearched last week, and I just love those videos because I find out new things. A lot of people have the same things that they say they love and that they absolutely needed, and I've been making lots of lists, so that was really cool. I started a registry on Amazon just to kind of sort things out, not for people to go buy from, but just for me to know what products that I know I've seen reviewed amazing that I want to make sure I have in one spot where I can go and reference. So that's pretty much it. So me and Garrett also, one thing, we're kind of like teetering on a changing table, and that's one question I want to ask you guys this week is, did you get a changing table, and if you use it that often? I've heard from a lot of people on YouTube, like daily vloggers, that they just change their baby where they can on the bathroom's counter, the kitchen counter, the floor, the kitchen table, wherever they could, they changed the baby. But in my mind, I feel like it would be great to have like a station where all the cloth diapers are, where the bin is, the wet bag that we're going to use, where all their ointments and stuff, and have like a routine. In my mind, I have this vision of having a little mirror there where I can pick up the baby and be like, oh, look at you, so they can get used to their image, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I had that, but I had a dream about it the other day. Which reminds me of a dream I had. This whole time I've been feeling like I'm having a girl, and I haven't had a single dream about anything about pregnancy related, nothing. Or nothing pertaining to the baby, like the sex or different experiences we're gonna have or anything like that, nothing of that sort. And the dream was like almost so real but so ridiculous. Apparently me and Garrett we have a trip planned at the end of the month to go for one of Garrett's seminars in Florida. So we were on our way there, but for some reason we were in California and we're coming through Louisiana, and that's where my doctor's stationed, so we went there. But then for some reason Garrett's cousin was the only person that ended up being the ultrasound tech, and for some reason his entire distant family was in the room, and she just wanted to do the ultrasound, I guess, to play with it. I don't know. She's a nurse, she's not an ultrasound tech or anything like that. But so they checked and they said, oh my god, you're having a boy, and then like everybody was there, and I was like, oh my god, my family's not here, like I can't believe I shared this with one side without the other. And I remember being really distraught about that, but also, oh my god, I'm having a boy. So I know a lot of people have dreams and it doesn't come out to be true. It could be like the next child or the next child or the next child. But yeah, there was something there. It was definitely a little boy. So I don't know. I still have a feeling that's a girl. Every single time I talk about the baby, I'm saying, oh, it's going to be cute when she does this. Oh, it's going to be cute when she does that. Like I slip up, and Garrett does the same thing. But even sometimes I slip up and say he. I never say he, she. I'll always, first thing I go to is she, or first thing I go to is he. And I would say the last symptom I've been having is I have definitely been suffering from pregnancy brain. I will literally walk away from the sink when it's on, and I'll be in the other room and I'll be like, is the sink on? That's weird. Or the other day, I just boiled some eggs. I moved the pot off the hot eye, and I went to go grab something out of the fridge. For some reason, I was like, I want to sit this carton of milk on top of this section where it had been on. But in my head, I need to touch it really hard and firmly and press my hand really hard down to make sure it's not hot after I just turned it off high heat. And I singed the crap out of my fingers. I don't know if you can even see, but I just sat my hand down like that to touch it, and I was in excruciating pain yesterday. And I'm someone, I feel like I can take a lot of pain, like I have a really high pain tolerance, but for some reason this burn like just killed me. It's on these last 3 fingers, and they hurt so bad. It literally felt like my fingertips were about to pop off my hand. And that's just really weird for me, because usually if I burn myself, I have burn marks all of my arms from the culinary school days, and I didn't even put anything cold on it ever. I just like, oh, I just burned a big hole in my arm, whatever, let's keep going. So I guess it's the high amount of estrogen in my body. I don't know what it is, but that's been interesting. Another thing, I've had so much energy. I've been able to do so much this week. I think getting ready, the baby's room ready, has really made me really excited, and me and Garrett doing it together has been really fun. So I just want to get these rooms clean because we are going to be doing a lot of traveling. I, not Garrett, am going to be traveling next week for 3 days for work, and then me and him together are going to go for something for him at the end of the month for a weekend a day. So we're going to be gone a lot, and I just, right now when I have the energy, I want to get as much done as possible. So for those of you who have stayed this long, I applaud you, literally. Thank you so much, because this has been ridiculously long and rambly, which all my pregnancy vlogs are ridiculously long. So anywho, guys, I guess I'll go ahead and show you the bump. Maybe it'll help if I do this. This is the bump, guys. I feel like it's definitely gotten pointier and more round, and just really excited about it. And this top is from Target, by the way. Just an undershirt, but I'm so proud of my baby bump. I mean, I feel like I look huge, but I really don't care. I'm just so proud to have my baby bump, and Garrett keeps looking at me. He's like, girl, you are pregnant. I was like, I know, right? And I think it's finally starting to really hit him, the fact that, oh, you are pregnant. You are a little bit more fragile than usual. You can't do as much as you think that you can. So there's that. The only other thing with me and him lately is that we really both have been on edge. Now, I don't know if it has to do with the stress of pregnancy, the stress of everything that comes along with welcoming a baby into your life. You know, you gotta get insurance, pediatrician, you gotta take classes, you gotta, what products to get for the baby, what you gotta buy, what money you gotta save for, and stuff like that. So and like all this changes in the house that are going on. So, and also the traveling that's coming up. I think it has a lot to do with that, but throughout the entire pregnancy, I know in my announcement video, Garrett said I was really bitchy. But the only time like I've ever been irritable or like kind of bitchy is whenever I'm in severe pain. Like I'm hovering over a toilet bowl and I haven't stopped throwing up for a few hours, or I haven't eaten in a few days, or I have a horrible migraine that won't let up. It's been there for a week. Reasons like that, like I'm really irritable because I'm in pain, and like don't talk to me because I'm hurting right now and I need to concentrate on making this pain go away. And in that sense, I was really bitchy in my first trimester, but now me and him both are really bitchy towards each other. Like one person says one thing and we're not getting in huge fights. It's just kind of like we're both easily offended. So I think it's pretty funny, but I think it's our hormones have changed. I think he's finally starting to feel the changes of the hormones. But I have noticed I'm very irritable. Like things he does like really irritate me more now. So I need to work on like different things I can do to change that, because that's not good to be constantly irritated at your husband whenever you're pregnant. You need to have a calm and relaxing pregnancy. And since we've been kind of bickering at each other, I've been trying to focus on like my tone, his tone, and different things that I say. Because I don't want to curse too much where my baby hears it. I don't want to yell too much where I'm going to startle my baby. I just want to be in a very calm environment. And one of you guys suggested to play music. Now I haven't looked and see if you responded, but whenever you play music for your baby, this might sound really stupid, do you put headphones on your belly or do you just play the music like out loud? I don't know. So if you could let me know that, or if there are different songs that you guys use that you really like. I know she said Les Miserables was a really good one that she played for her baby. But I definitely want to get into that because I want to do that whenever I first found out the baby could hear at 17 weeks, but the weeks are just flying by and I'm already 19 weeks. I'm almost halfway there. It's crazy. I can't believe it. So this will probably be the last update till after we find out that the baby is a boy or a girl, which we still won't tell you till probably March to make sure everybody in the family knows. But since I'll be out of town, I won't be able to edit. I'll be doing other business things where I can't edit and upload and stuff like that. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye. Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about my 18th week, which is crazy. I'm almost halfway through and I cannot believe it. I really am in awe that I'm this far along, and it's really crazy. The past 3 weeks have flown by.